Alrighty, welcome and good afternoon. It is December 12th, 2023. Let's get into trading and the markets and see where things went today. So we had another up day again on the markets. SPX jumped 21 points, another 0.5%. So taking a look here at SPY, up $2.11. Again, a 0.5% increase as we continue to break above this resistance area here on a strong move higher. We are overextended. You can look at RSI being overextended. We've essentially been overextended since the middle of November, but the market does not seem to care. We got CPI data today. It really wasn't super favorable by any stretch of the imagination. So just taking a quick look at what you saw there today. I mean, you had core CPI month over month. It's up from the previous month, so it did go from 0.2 to 0.3%. A large majority of that, or the majority of the CPI, was all in housing and autos. So housing and autos are still causing inflation to be strong. And if you look at the month over month, we expected nothing, and it jumped 0.1%. I know jump is a bad word, maybe. And then year over year, we're still up 3.1% on core CPI. So again, overall today, really weren't super great numbers, and the market was up early, then it tailed off, and then we finished up near the highs of the session on the day. The market doesn't care. Okay, it thinks the Fed's going to cut in March, and it's playing as if the market's never going to go down again. It's playing as if the Fed's going to cut back everything in 2024, which I don't think is happening. I think March is iffy at best, and I don't care what the predictions say about 38 or 40 some percent or whatever of a rate cut. I don't see a rate cut if CPI isn't going to drop significantly. I mean, it's up 3.1% year over year. So overall, I don't think it's great news out there. And I think housing and autos are causing inflation, and I think they're going to be around for a while. So I think this move at some point is going to come to a serious reckoning. But on the other hand, there's just a ton of money that has piled up since COVID being ready to put back to use. So that's why we can stay overbought. So I think those couple things there is going to keep us moving. The hopium that the Fed's going to cut in March, which I haven't seen any real reason to cut. We'll get the Fed rate decision tomorrow on Wednesday. And I don't think anyone is expecting the Fed to do anything. We'll be looking for language more than anything. Is there a potential rate cut? Are they seeing the effects that are significant enough? I think they're seeing enough effects to pause, but are they seeing enough effects to consider a rate cut? And we'll be looking for language on that. If there's any talk of cuts, it's going to send this market up higher. If the Fed comes out and stays hawkish on it, I still think the market may go higher. I don't think the market gives a crap what the Fed's doing here, because I think they believe that the Fed's going to blink and cut rates at some point down the road. And there's a ton of money sitting on the sidelines, and you can see it, just eking into the markets here daily. So anyway, that aside, SPY up today. RSI heading higher, back again into overbought territory. Looking at the Qs, they were up as well today, up 0.8%. Same thing. They're moving higher into overbought territory on both the weekly and the daily. So the weekly is almost into overbought territory. And then on the IWM, a little bit of a pullback on the session today, almost nothing. I mean, really just flat. I think this is where there's going to be opportunities if the market starts to sell off. And now the other day, we had a pretty good gain with the Magnificent Seven all dropping, yet the markets went up. It's not exactly the case today. Today, you got the Magnificent Seven back in action and some strong gainers in there. We did not hit our 90-some percent on the S&P percentage of companies over their 50-day moving average here, we're still stuck right around. In fact, we actually dropped fractionally on the day, stuck right around 84% of that. Put call ratio continued to drop. We haven't looked at it in a while. We'll pull it back up here. We'll take a look at the put call here, and bounced a little bit here, which is a little bit bearish, but not much. If this thing just continues to reverse down, but overall, we've been in this downtrend, and we continue to be there. If we start to move back up here, then potentially, if the put call ratio starts to really change, and we really start to get cooking to the upside like we did here, then I think we could see some sideways pullback in the markets. But right now, it's just nothing stopping the market. VIX dead, down at 12. It's toast. The US dollar today pulled back just fractionally. I'm still struggling with this 21 EMA here, but you're in a squeeze now, so interesting to see. MACD rolling back over. Did the dollar have its little bump in this downtrend, and is it going to roll back over again? Let's put a little bit better of a trend line in, something along these lines here. So we'll keep an eye on this particular trend line to see, do we get up to it? Right now it's still in a downtrend, but starting to get some sideways consolidation. All right, the TNX, the 10-year down on the session today, and TLT up fractionally on the session today. We jump into some of the futures. All the Forex were up, I believe, on the session. They were all down fractionally on the session today. 6B was up. Actually, 6A was down. Canadian dollar was down. And the euro was up. Oil taking a big pounding today. So when we take a look at oil, this has really been the tough one out there. Oil just been in a significant downtrend since September, and just bouncing along this channel to the downside. Now, this channel is getting a little bit tighter. If we really want to take a look at this particular channel, maybe we can redraw it a bit this way. I think we can probably even make it tighter if we wanted to. So downtrending, but starting to get tighter, which means, there might be some opportunity at some point when we bottom. But weekly still looks pretty bearish and heading lower. The daily just bouncing along this oversold territory, and we're just hovering right around this 2 ATR and the Bollinger Band, which are all open and heading lower. They're not at like a 45-degree massive angle, but you are down here. You are a bit oversold, but this thing can still go lower. I think we'll be keeping an eye right around this next support or the support area here around 67. So I think right in this area here, we'll keep an eye on that. If we break that, then obviously lower we go. How far, we don't know. All right, on gold, pretty good pullback after this big run up that it had. Pulling back on the session. RSI and MACD heading lower. So gold has been weak. Bonds we've already talked about here. And if we take a look at copper, it's just hanging right in here. Nice tight triangle that you've got going on here. I like it. It's one of my favorites right now to put some trades on futures. If we take a look at the sectors today, we had a good number of sectors led by, of course, semiconductors, which are having just an unbelievable. The semiconductor index is almost up 100% since November 1st. Okay, it's gone from 14 to 27 almost. Okay, almost a 100% increase in semis. That was the best buy of the last 2 months. Right there, just over a month. Biotechs continue to move higher here. Pharma also continues to move higher. Financials really on fire as well. Financials are up significantly here. Tech stocks up pretty good today as well. We saw that in the Qs. Leading the downside, gold miners not having a good day today. Oil not having a good day today, and then energy not having a good day today at all on the sectors. And then just a quick look at the individuals. Apple just consolidating, gap down yesterday, moved back up today, having a decent little day. Microsoft just consolidating here, maybe getting ready for a run. I don't know, but it is entering a squeeze on the daily and potentially getting ready to move higher. MACD and RSI might be moving higher. This might be in for a little bit of a run. Looking at Amazon here, it has been in a squeeze as well. This thing is getting tight. I think we keep an eye on it here, but I think you have a chance for an upside breakout move in Amazon coming. Meta, two big up days, a down day yesterday, but three really good size up days in a row. MACD and RSI getting, moving to the upside here on it. And we can extend this out a bit more, I think, to here. So this uptrend just continues to be bullish on Meta. Google struggling a bit, up, down, consolidating, not showing any good strength here. I think a lot of this may be predicated on that AI video that just was not good and was incorrect. NVIDIA looks like it might be getting ready to make some moves to the upside as well, just consolidating sideways. Tesla continuing to sell off a bit here, breaking this symmetrical triangle to the downside on Tesla, and then Netflix had its nice little pullback. Now is it ready to rock and roll again after this overbought pullback and now a reversal, potentially higher bullish PSR reversal to the upside. So there's where we are in the markets. Let's take a look at the account here on the session. So we had a good day today. As we finish the day, we are still negative delta. So we're 192 negative deltas, which is only 0.06% of the account. That's totally fine. Very delta neutral with a slight negative bias. And the fact that we're overbought here, I really like that. Theta 1171, so good theta 0.36, pretty close to our 0.4 theta. So we've got great theta working. Net lick dropped slightly on the day today, just pulling back a bit, and most of that in our oil trades. BP usage dropped a bit. We did take off a trade today, which we'll talk about. So BP usage is at 74%. It's a little high at these highs here, but 10% of that is BIL, B-I-L, the Treasury ETF. So we have that BIL Treasury ETF. So we're really at 64%. That's still high. I'd like to see this come down a bit and take some things off. A lot of this is due to oil, our CL strangles. Now, we did book 2880 in realized gains today. So realized gains on the month up 1,833. We're up a little bit over 0.5% on the month, and it's only the 12th. So we have, I think, at least another long-term 112 to come off. And if we look at our overall gains on the year, we are up 101,616 in realized gains. Our realized P&L on the year is 41%. So we're up 41% on realized gains this year. So it's a pretty nice year going so far. I like where we are. We had some things go against us back here in March and April. Those 2 months really put a crimp in what we were doing. Then we got things rolling again after that. So really two months of just some ugliness when it came to zero DTE, some strangles, and a few other things that went awry on some Volmageddon sell-offs. And then April back up and running to the upside. So as the markets have crept up, we've done pretty well on the year. So we're up 40%. 36% is our goal, 30% a year, really, 3% a month. So if we can beat 36%, I feel pretty good on that. We've accomplished our goal. We still have 2 weeks to go. We could still take some losses, but we can still also take some gains. Let's look at what we closed today. We closed up here, this top trade. So we bought to we bought to close back the naked puts that we had here. I'm sorry, why is that a BTO? That should be an STO. So we sold these naked puts on a long-term 112, the 35.50. We sold them for 16. We closed them for 80 cents today. I always double the price here because I have is technically a 2 of the 112. So I double the price that I sell at just to give me a sense of a little bit better sense of premium capture on that. So 90% premium capture, 24% return on margin. Took 82 days for us to generate that 2880 out of our 120. So we closed it about 40 days early. We still have the put debit spread running. We did close yesterday that the oil 112. We closed the put debit spreads on that. We'll let that naked put just come off here as well. So there's our there's our gains on the day. Good day overall in the market. Like where we are position wise. I'd like to see oil maybe catch a little bit of a bounce in here and slow it down. I think that's the that's the big pain in the butt right now. If we can fix oil, we'll be in really, really good shape. If you like this video, please go ahead and click that like button. I haven't said that in a while, but go ahead and click that like button. We'd love to get you guys liking more videos. I'll put some more stuff out for you. If you're not a subscriber to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Let people know what we're doing to try to help people out. Here you can see that this stuff works. I'm not out there on these YouTube channels saying, hey, 10% gains a month or a day or a week or something like that. Hey, we're shooting for 3% a month. Okay. I think that's pretty realistic. I'm not the crazy people out there with 10% a month. Can we do 10% a month? You doggone right we could if we wanted to. Okay. And that would require taking on a ton of extra risk, and that's just not me. So I'm not really looking to put on a ton of risk out there. Those 0 DTE trades and the spec trades, that's enough risk for me to put on. I think we found a good way to trade them. So we'll continue to move forward with a lower risk and I think a good reward trade, just moving ourselves forward a little bit at a time here. We have a really great mix of trades. If you want to see what we're doing, I just put out this spreadsheet. I just released it to the members in the Discord. So if you want it, join the Discord. You can get it there. And if you want to see the new trade plan for 2024, I just put that out as well. So the new trading plan for 2024 is out. You can see what we're doing in the trade plan. Come and join us in the Discord and see what this is all about. You can see what my objectives are, what my goals are, how we're going to manage our Greeks, risk management. We'll get into my trade rules there. Then we will get into how I size my accounts, and then we'll get into the core strategies. I will cover every single strategy, the mechanics of every single strategy that I have working out there. But here, I'll share it with you right now. You can see the trading size, allocation by strategy, my 3% goal, how I'm pulling that off using a combination of long-term 112 trades, strangles on a variety of futures, 112 on some futures, a few spec trades, and some T-bills as well. T-bills are great for now, and we'll keep doing the T-bill thing. In fact, for our Discord members tomorrow, we're going to have an entire session on treasury bills, T-bills, bill ETF, how to use them in different size accounts. If you're not a member, come and join us tomorrow, see what we're talking about. So we'll be doing a session on that tomorrow. All right, you guys have a great evening. Stay safe out there, everybody, and we'll see you in trading tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.